Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. After temporarily leaving the 100-acre wood, it's time to continue exploring Traverse Town. Taking care of one of Sid's requests, that is, returning his Winnie the Pooh book. And now, there's the other thing, the bell. But also, after completing Sid's request, a few things change. I guess, really, the bell thing doesn't count as a request, more a thing that happens. I don't know, it's kind of... They just need an excuse for the boss, really. But hey, something happens after you deliver this book. Suddenly, Riku.
There you are. What's going on?
And he has a bat wing.
Riku!
Make it that way you will.
Hey,
Gotta love those old 2002 facial animations.
Right?
Still better than pretty much everything else on the PlayStation 2,
Took
so...
forever to find you.
Riku!
So yeah, I guess the mission's over. They found his friend, so everything's all good now, I guess, right?
Well, don't worry. I'm sure she made it off the island too.
Be awkward if she didn't.
We're finally free. Hey, she might even be looking for us now. We'll all be together again soon.
So yeah, looks like things are looking up. Everything's going to work out, etc., etc.
I know this.
Oh, also, I guess he doesn't like the fact that Sora has a Keyblade. I don't know why that was made so dramatic.
Sora, what did you...
But I don't know, he seems so off-put by this. Like, what? Sora being able to have a special weapon? Why can't I be the only person with a bat wing?
Who are they?
We visited so many places and worlds looking for you.
Darling Goofy, forever doomed to not matter. Especially in later games. The secret ending of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance really drives that home.
What's that mean?
So, this is called a Keyblade?
Gotta love just he steals it without him even noticing. At the end of the day, Sora does just kind of fail, but I don't know, it's kind of enjoyable.
Okay.
I mean, he always falls over and stuff. He's never, like, he's pretty different from most protagonists, and I like that. At least in this game, he's not stupid, he's just kind of bumbling and average. He's not like some sort of passive badass like Riku or something like that. He just sort of fumbles around, but at the same time he does cool stuff. He gets more powerful and such. He's kind of reduced to an idiot in the later games, but what can you do? Well, hope for a better game, but yeah. So yeah, that takes care of that plot development. Turns out Riku is still part of the story, who would have thought? But yeah, something else that changes at this point, after completing Sid's request, the Final Fantasy characters take over a house and kind of introduce the villain of this game. There's just sort of an overarching antagonist in the form of Maleficent of Disney fame, who apparently visits worlds on a regular basis and is well known to a lot of people, so there's that. Yeah, we're starting to get into some backstory, how these characters came from another world, and kind of explains the origins of the Heartless a little bit. Shows that they've been used for years. Also introduces a very important character named Ansem, who is definitely worth your while to remember that, because it comes up a lot later on. And I mean a lot. And I'm not just talking for this game either, I mean throughout the entire franchise, jeez.
You see, it's just as I told
But
you.
Sora talking to other people proves to Riku that he has completely forgot about him and doesn't want to be a part of him anymore or something. I don't know.
Replaced you with some new companions.
I mean,
Evidently,
Riku, you kind of did the same thing. Isn't Maleficent your companion the same way that Dolan, Goofy, or Sora is? It's just kind of,
you're better off without that.
I don't know, if you're
wretched boy.
not thinking things all the way through.
And come with me. I'll help you find what you're searching for.
I don't know. Riku doesn't have the best motivation. He just kind of does bad. So at this point, you can now leave and you can go and visit the other worlds, but Sid did something a bit more special than that. He added a warp gummy, and this is the best thing in the game because it means you can skip the gummy ship stuff now. After you go through the route once, you're set for life. Of course, you could always go and grind for parts for whatever reason, but why would you? And I mean that even if you're taking the gunship thing seriously, there's a much better way to get parts. Namely, the Dalmatians. But also you can eventually buy them from a merchant who, I guess, hasn't shown up yet, so I won't show that yet. Yeah, there's not much to do here, but you can talk with these guys to get some dialogue as you go through the game. So there's that. They basically become a bit more active in the story now at this point because they have a home base and they're trying to make things better and such. So yeah, it only took a few parts, but something finally happened in Traverse Town. Amazing, eh? Just imagine how short this game would have been if Kyrie had actually been in Merlin's house. Everything would be set. But yeah, next thing in line of business is to check out that mysterious bell. Not to be confused with a bell. Just so you know, it's not really worth your while to come back to Traverse Town after each world. Much better to just wait and then do it in large chunks like this. However, if you are struggling and need a little boost or something like that, you can always come back here and get little bonuses and such. I mean, it can't hurt. Yeah, the Gizmo Shop is now active. Zapping that electrical device over in the 3rd District has activated this building, though you wouldn't know that unless you actually randomly came in here. Now the gears all move around and such. So yeah, that's nice. And as usual, this is still the best place to grind on account of the massive amount of enemies that show up. And you get some pretty good ones too, like large bodies. You know, it's kind of strange. In Kingdom Hearts 2, they kind of changed it so that your regular attacks can work as almost as effectively as a guard, or even more effectively in some cases, I'd say. In this case, you can still use the attacks to deflect other attacks, but it's nowhere near as reliable as it becomes later on. But then it's kind of been removed in more recent games where attacking while another enemy is attacking is basically just a way to get hit. I think it's kind of been a good idea to nerf it, because in Kingdom Hearts 2, basically if you keep attacking, you're not going to get hit much. But I kind of like the little middle ground they have here, where you can use it if you time it right, but it's not the be-all, end-all invincibility kind of thing. I do think that Kingdom Hearts 1 with more polish could be the best the series has seen, but as is, it's just too clunky for its own good. I think the clunkiness illustrates a point effectively, and by showing Sora's inexperienced and young and such, like, he has about as much experience with the sword as you could expect from a little kid. Anyways, we'll see what's outside that door next part.
Oh, hi, Jiminy.
What in the world are you doing?